So I was asked to start talking about relationships, and I got some videos on my channel already about relationships. But here go another one. I guess this will be the video version of the post that I posted on my Facebook page. If you want to follow me on Facebook, same name is here, Kev Ramon. I'm also on Instagram, same name. But toxic attracts toxic. And it's really just as simple as that. You know, if you find yourself in a toxic relationship, it's because you're toxic too. If you weren't toxic, you wouldn't be in a toxic relationship. Like, it's really simple. There's nothing complicated to this. And what I hear a lot of times, especially from women, is when they find themselves in toxic relationships, whatever it is, emotional abuse, verbal abuse, physical abuse, unfaithfulness, like whatever it is, they usually tend to say the same shit, right? Not all of them, but more times than not, from my experience, they're always blaming the guy they're in the relationship with. And the number one thing that I hear is he's a narcissist. What the fuck you with him for then? Why you still there? And you understand why this makes you toxic? Just the very fact that you're in the relationship makes you toxic? Because if you were a healthy individual, you would leave at the first sign of toxicity. You gone. But the fact that you stay and that you continue to work things out, and you continue to try to improve the relationship and please the person you're with, you're toxic. That's toxic. Like, why are you there? Like, I rarely hear women take responsibility for themselves. And they get mad at me because I call them toxic. It's the truth. You're fucking toxic. And you might not be, toxic the same way as he is. But again, why are you there? Why was that toxic individual able to make you his woman? Another thing I hear a lot is that he wasn't like this in the beginning. He tricked me. He deceived me. He manipulated me. He was a totally different... Look, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. One, what that really is you didn't give yourself enough time to get to know him. And this goes both ways too. This can apply to the fellas too. Because people in general are just toxic. It's not gender specific. It's not ethnicity specific either. This shit goes across the board. What the fuck was I just saying? I forgot what I was saying that quick. So let me see if I can pick this up somewhere else. And, and just talk about, just go a different direction till that thought comes back. It was good too. It'll be back though. I'm pretty sure it will. If it don't, then okay. But what I hear, like, women are always blaming the other person. He this, he that, he this, he that, he this, he. What about you? What about you? Why the fuck are you there? it always comes back to you. It's never them. It's always you. There is nothing going on in your life that you are not allowing. You understand? Nothing. You're in control of your life. No, I don't give a fuck. No one else is in control of your life but you. No one else is in control of the decisions that you make. Just you. Why are you there? The fuck you staying for? Why all these second chances? Second chances to disrespect you? Second chances to abuse you? Like, what the fuck? That's toxic. There shouldn't be no second chances for certain shit. There's no way you should be in a relationship, for an abusive relationship, for years. There's no fucking way. And the fact that you are, or you have been, is evidence that you're toxic. And what is your toxicity? Your toxicity is that you don't love yourself. It's the same across the board. The toxicity of the narcissist, or whatever you want to call them, it's all the same. It all comes down to the same thing. You don't love yourself. That's it. That's all it is to it. Because if you really loved yourself, there's no way you would tolerate shit like that. There is no fucking way. There would never be a second chance to disrespect you. There would never be a second chance to abuse you. Physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. No kind of way. There would never be a second chance. Because the first time, you're gone. There would never be a second chance to cheat on you. You gonna let the shit, you gonna forgive the shit, but forgiving don't mean taking them back. That just means, hey, I hold no grudges against you. I have no animosity towards you. But you ain't right for me. I ain't dealing with this bullshit. The reason you stay in these toxic relationships is because you don't feel like you deserve better. So ultimately, that means you believe you are getting what you deserve. And that's why you stay. You don't even believe you're settling. I was going to say, like, don't settle. You shouldn't, don't settle for. But you don't even believe you're settling. You believe you're getting what you deserve. Because you don't love yourself. Because you don't know yourself. Because you never spend time with yourself, getting to know yourself. You don't date yourself. You don't even know who you are. And because you're toxic, because you don't love yourself, that means only one thing. And that is that there are lies that you've told yourself that you've accepted as true. And they're lies. But because you believe them, you don't believe you're worthy of better. You don't believe you deserve better. You don't believe you can do better. So when you're in that toxic, abusive relationship, you believe you're doing the best you can do. And that's why you stay. That's toxic. So I'm going to wrap this up by saying this. Next time you find yourself being single, stay single. It's just a suggestion. You do what the fuck you want. But stay single. And invest in you. Take a year. Take a couple years off from dating and all that shit. Undistracted. And just invest in you. Start spending time with you. Take yourself out on dates. Have movie night with yourself. Hey, whatever you like to do it with you. Invest in you. Take the time that's needed, that's required to get to know who you are. Explore you. Fuck trying to get to know everything about another person. Get to know you. Get to know you. Get to know who you are. And the more you do that, the better you get to know yourself, the more you will like yourself and love yourself. Right? Broken people are only going to attract more broken people. So if you want a different type of relationship, if you want a different quality of relationship, if you want a healthy and fruitful and loving relationship, it starts with you. You have to be that to attract that.